Tragically, the Kaaba is now completely destroyed and lays amidst the debris. Mecca as a whole has fallen into a watery tomb. Every time a natural disaster strikes, such as a hurricane, storm, flood, or earthquake, there are rumors circulating that ask if these are acts of God's vengeance. It is all too easy for our collective conscience, weighed down by the weight of crimes committed, to interpret these calamities as divine retribution. Because of the pervasiveness of sin in our world, many people wonder if there is any role for divine intervention, particularly in light of extraordinary natural disasters. One such instance is the terrible storm that recently tore through Mecca, causing destruction on the holiest place in Islam. This catastrophe has sparked discussion. Is this just an arbitrary act of nature? Or a purposeful divine message? These are urgent problems that the Muslim community is eager to have answers for, especially in regards to the security of the Kaaba. Come explore these enigmas with us in today's video. Prior to anything else, make sure you've subscribed and that alerts are enabled so you don't miss any of our enlightening investigations. The Muslim holy city of Mecca was recently hit by unexpected flash floods. To show your appreciation for our work and to help us out, please click the Great Thanks button below. Your sincere gratitude goes beyond a little gift. It is a blessing that helps us in our endeavor to spread the good news of Jesus' life-changing trip. The Umrah pilgrims in Mecca were met with severe weather conditions, including thunderstorms and continuous floods. The metropolis saw heartbreaking moments. Muslims ran for cover as the storm continued to roar, watching as cars and homes were ruthlessly washed away like trash in a river. Mecca was in the midst of an unparalleled crisis, a place of great religious significance for Muslims all over the world. The Grand Mosque of Mecca was overrun by pilgrims during the storm, trapping them in its courtyard. A strange glow was spread across the night when lightning struck the famous Fairmont Mecca Clock Royal Tower during a dramatic time, while worshippers were circling the Kaaba. Curiosity and queries over the targeting of this particular building were aroused by this incident. Social media users were quick to post the terrifying images of automobiles being swept away by the powerful floodwaters. As the storm broke, rainwater flooded the streets, straining the city's drainage system to the breaking point. Gusts of more than 80 miles per hour. This storm was reminiscent of the catastrophic events that occurred in 2015 at the Grand Mosque, when a crane fell, killing over 100 people and injuring many more, according to a National Center for Meteorology spokeswoman. Remember that massive storm in 2015 that killed so many people? This catastrophe was regarded as the most disastrous crane fall in history, occurring just as Mecca was preparing for the Hajj pilgrimage. A massive crane was overturned by the storm's fury and crashed onto the Grand Mosque. More than 100 individuals who had gathering for prayers lost their lives in the tragedy, which happened only days before the yearly Hajj trip, according to Saudi authorities. The accident resulted from the bad weather, with the wreckage of white cranes, dwarfed by other enormous cranes, spreading across the floor of the mosque. Pictures showed the terrifying scene in the courtyard of the mosque, where the top part of the crane lay shattered or bent among the stories of the structure. The Hajj journey went forward according to plan, even with these severe weather obstacles. This worldwide pilgrimage crosses national borders, bringing Muslims from all over the world to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, to retell the biblical tale of Abraham and Ismail and follow in the footsteps of the Prophet Muhammad. Ibrahim's test of faith when he was asked to sacrifice his son Ismail serves as a metaphor for this journey of deep faith. However, at those crucial times, divine intervention won out. The Kaaba is claimed to have been built by Ibrahim and Ismail jointly. This location was once a center of polytheistic worship among the Arab pagans, which changed when Islam emerged in the 7th century. Commemorated by the Hajj trip being started by Prophet Muhammad. Muslims view the Kaaba as the most sacred location, signifying oneness, rather than as a place of prayer. Muslims offer their daily prayers to the Kaaba, wherever they may be in the globe. Despite wars, diseases, and other difficulties, the yearly Hajj trip has been observed. But during the Hajj that same year, something terrible happened just after 9 in the morning. In the Saudi Arabian province of Mecca, a disastrous catastrophe happened. Throughout the lengthy history of Hajj calamities, ranking is the most lethal. Estimates vary, but it's thought that approximately 2,400 individuals were cruelly crushed and trampled within a short period of just 10 minutes. Many people referred to this episode as a stampede, a word frequently used to characterize irrational and frantic masses. The truth, though, was very different. There was nowhere to run amid the enormous mass of pilgrims, disproving any possibility of a panic-brought catastrophe. The Muslim community is deeply concerned by this incident, which was quickly followed by another of similar size at the same holy site. The catastrophes that have happened in the holiest place in Islam in quick succession have made people reflect and wonder about the intentions of God. Is this a divine message or a warning? The occurrences force a thoughtful yes, demanding a deeper comprehension of potential heavenly signals to the Muslim faithful, even though conclusive solutions are elusive. Looking back at the current storm, its features remarkably resemble those of the storm in 2015. This analogy raises concerns about the unpredictable nature of the future. In the event that this storm was a sign from God, it may be seen as a warning against sin. The sacred city of Mecca was left completely destroyed. It seems that getting Mecca back to its previous splendor would be difficult and take time. There are worries about the Kaaba, which is the holiest place in Islam. It creates the frightening potential that this hallowed location may see future tragedies, may be brought on by God. The Saudi Arabian government implemented steps to lessen the harm after the accident. Wishing for Mecca's speedy recovery from the strongest storm in the century. Mecca has been lucky to receive foreign aid during this time of need and the Muslim community's prayers. The Bible describes God as the all-powerful, self-sustaining creator of everything, an everlasting, individual spirit who rules the cosmos in accordance with his will. He has the power to condemn peoples and countries for their sins, even those that are now considered good deeds in contemporary culture. Even while some would use these catastrophes to cast doubt on God's existence, benevolence, or love, it's important to consider our role in contesting God's authority to impose punishment on immorality in humankind. According to our understanding, God's intentions entail letting us go through a variety of experiences in order to eventually accomplish a bigger goal. God may decide to allow natural disasters affect our lives or take other action, albeit occasionally he may use these tragedies as retribution. Actions. It is not appropriate to see every calamity as an express retribution from God. There are times in the Bible when God permits disasters to happen. He occasionally makes the deliberate decision to punish individuals for their transgressions. Two of these supernatural interventions include the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah and the great flood that occurred during Noah's time. These were deliberate judgments made by God, supported by his arguments, not haphazard actions of nature. Hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, and even terrorist attacks of today might be seen as repercussions of our collective wrongdoings. That could become evident one day. God's actions are all motivated by purpose. In his own manner, he either rewards or disciplines us. Because he is powerful and power. As the one who created everything to do so. In case you wish to help us out and like our material, press the very much thanks button below. Your sincere gratitude goes beyond a little gift. It is a blessing that helps us in our endeavor to spread the good news of Jesus' life-changing trip. As we live and pray together, let's have a conversation in the comments section below. I appreciate you taking the time to watch today's video. Kindly show your support by giving it a like if you thought it was enlightening. Remember to subscribe and follow us for more investigations into the wonders of the world. Anticipating your appearance in our next videos.